Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for that reminder. Thank you. Okay. I speak American English. Well, kind of American English. Kidding. This is an English class. Season of the year. Okay. I don't always eat breakfast. I don't always eat breakfast. Yeah, it's not very common to say that. Huh? I I hardly ever. It's okay to say I hardly ever eat breakfast. Okay, guys. What is the simple past and the past participle, guys? Simple past and past participle. Remember, we're talking about verbs. Okay. Yes, I know fall is a season, but we're talking about the meaning. Its meaning as a verb. We have here fell, simple past, and past participle. We have here fallen, fallen. Okay, we have fall, fell, fallen, fall, fell, fallen. Great. Write some sentences, guys, using these words. Okay, using these words. Now, let's start, for example, with. Okay, remember, we can start with uh, something that is falling. Huh? Something that is that falls down. Something that falls down. For example, we can say leaves are falling down. The rain or water is falling down. Okay, we can use in this case fall down for this. Okay, so that is the basic meaning of fall down. When something, because of gravity, okay, goes from a higher position to the ground. Now, there are other meanings in the case of fall. Okay, for example, we can talk about fall asleep. What does fall asleep mean, guys? Fall asleep is when you go to bed. Sometimes you go to bed, but you are checking your you're checking your cell phone or you're checking social media, and you don't sleep yet. Okay, so in this case, you can say, I fall asleep. I start sleeping. Out, out. You know that sometimes sleeping is not something voluntarily, okay? Sometimes we fall asleep accidentally. For example, because when you're driving and you're very tired, maybe you fall asleep. You need to sleep correctly, okay? Or you need to sleep enough hours because otherwise you will fall asleep driving, for example. Now, we can talk about fall asleep because something is very boring. You can say, I fell asleep during the class. I fell asleep during the class because it was very boring. I was paying attention to the class and then I fall asleep. Okay. I started sleeping. I started sleeping. Okay, so that is the meaning of fall asleep. Fall asleep. Now, next, what else can we say? For example, here is remember fall in love. Okay, again, these are other types of meanings. Okay, next one we have fall in love. If you fall in love with someone, okay, you fall in love with someone. Let's write down fall in love with someone. When you consider this person very good looking, very attractive, and you say, oh, I would like to be his boyfriend or girlfriend. So you fall in love. Okay, you fall in love. You want to start a romantic, in this case, relationship with someone. You fall in love. You fall in love with. Okay, you fall in love with. You can say, I fell in love with you. You know, I fell in love with you. Or you can say, I fell in love my with one of my classmates. I fell in love with the teacher. Okay, so you can use that. Okay, fall in love. Now, guys, I want you to write in this case some sentences using that. Okay, let me check if you written some of the sentences there. Okay, the Newton law. Yes, the sky is falling. Trying to run. Okay, great. Anna, be careful that what? Okay, let's listen to the following sentence, guys. Listen and write. Okay, the following sentence. I fell asleep during the movie. I fell asleep during the movie. Listen and write. I fell asleep during the movie. Okay. Cesar, hello. How are you doing? How much does a kilo of sweet potato costs? I don't know. Maybe 2 soles. Sol 1 sol 50. Thing like that. It's good. You're learning. You're learning. I think it's very good. How are you doing? Be careful that the floor is wet. I don't want to fall. Yes, very good. Yeah, but in that case, you can say I don't want to slide. No? I don't want to slide with that. Okay. I fell asleep during the movie. Very good. I have the IELTS, I suppose. I have never seen that ICFES. I don't know what it is. I suppose you're talking about the IELTS or maybe other one, but I've never heard about that. Let me check it out. Is it an international exam? Okay. This is the first time that I listen to that kind of examination. Okay. But if it's an international exam or an international examination, well, I recommend you to look for some sample tests online. There are a lot of sample tests, and you need to get familiar with the structure of the exam. In most of the exams, we have four sections. Huh? We have speaking, listening, writing, and reading. In some exams like the IELTS, we have use of English. So you need to get familiar with what is the way each exam is. But I don't know what exam it is. Okay, get ready for June 15th, 14th. Oh, really? What's that? Is that your birthday? Okay. It's thank you very much. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you very much for that gift. Okay. And yes, very good, very good. Let's write it down, guys. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. Okay, I fell asleep during the movie. Okay, guys, does this happen to you? Do you fall asleep during the movie or not, guys? What do you think? Okay, thank you very much. Yes, that's the sentence. Okay, yeah, very good too. Very good. Okay, guys, do you fall asleep during a movie or not? When you're watching a movie, do you tend to fall asleep or not? Thank you very much, Jesus. Thank you. I often fall when I clean my house and make my floor tiles too wet. Yeah, but in that case, you can use the word sleet. Sleet is when you are walking on wet floor and you do this. No, in that case, you sleep. Okay, if you one indicator that you're getting older is that you, in this case, fall asleep during a movie. I remember I always tell my mom, hey, mom, stop falling asleep. We're watching a movie. And now I am the person that falls asleep. I'm the person that falls asleep in this case, when I'm watching a movie. Obviously, if the movie is boring, yes. If you go to the cinema or to the movie theater and the movie is boring, I just tell my partner or the person next to me, "Hey, I'm gonna sleep. Just wake me up when the movie's over." Okay, that's something that I do sometimes when the movie is very boring. No, unless it's boring. Okay, no, very good. I am alive, so it's okay. I always fell asleep at the movies with my girlfriend. I've always slept. I've always slept while I see a movie at the theater, at the movie theater. Yes, but when I saw in the house, when I saw it, okay, when I saw it in my house, okay. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, thank you very much. Jesus, I fall asleep. Okay, very good. Oh, Sandrita, thank you very much for that rose. Thank you. Let's continue, guys, with the next word. Ah, fall. Remember, guys, this is a consequence of gravity. When something falls, it's like it goes from a higher position to the ground. For example, oh, I missed it. Okay, it falls to the ground. That in this case is fall, to fall some. When something is when something falls. Okay, next one we're going to talk about feed. Guys, what does feed mean? Feed. Well, we eat something because we do it. Okay, we eat something because we personally do it. But in the case of feed, is to give food to other people or to animals. Okay, so again, you in the case of eat or eating is something that we do ourselves. In the case of feed, in this case, is to give food to others. Okay. Now, what is the simple past and the past participle of feed? What is the simple past and past participle of feed? Let's write it down. We have here um, fed and fed. Okay, guys, write some sentences using these words. Okay. Now, for example, we can say, I'm going to give you some examples here. Feed, feed a baby. Okay, when someone is a baby, when you were a baby, you couldn't eat on by yourself. So your parents used to feed you. Okay, they used to feed you. So in this case, we can say that this is very common, to feed a baby. Remember to feed your baby, I don't know, every 2 hours or every 3 hours, maybe with milk, maybe with, if the baby is like more than a year, yes, maybe solid food, you give him solid food, right? In that case, we say feed a baby. Okay, great. Now you can also say breastfeed a baby. Okay, this is even more specific. When you breastfeed, in this case, mothers breastfeed their babies. Okay, we're talking about milk that mothers give to their babies. Okay, from their own body. In that case, we are going to talk about breastfeeding. Okay, breastfeeding. If we're talking about feed a baby, you can say that you can use a bottle of milk, or maybe you have a solid food to give solid food to a baby. Other, we can talk about feed your pet. Okay, so we have here feed your pet. Obviously, your dog or your cat can obtain their own food, right? They can look for their own food. on their own. So you give them food. In that case, we say that you are feeding your pet. Okay? You give them food. You feed them. Okay. It's very sad that some people don't feed their pets correctly. And in some cases, they forget to feed their pets, their dogs or their cats. Guys, if you're gonna have a pet at home, just make sure of two things. Number one, if you are going to give them enough food, okay, if you're going to feed them correctly. And number two, make sure that you can keep everything clean. Okay, these are like the two most important things if you want to have a pet at home. If you are able, if you are going to have enough time, enough patience for feeding your pet and for cleaning all the mess that they create, then you can have a pet. If not, please don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, thank you very much, Antonella. Thank you very much for that part. Okay, now what else? What else we can say here? Some people that, for example, that have a very good heart feed the hungry. What does feed the hungry mean? Obviously, there are some people that don't have enough money, right? They don't have enough money. They don't have, maybe they are very old and they don't have enough energy to work. So, in these cases, people are very generous and there are always well hearted people that feed the hungry, give food to people that needs or requires food because they can't do it by their own. Okay, on their own. Okay, guys, very good. Let's check in this case your sentences. Okay, let's see. Feed the birds, feed the dog. Yes, I like to feed the dogs and cats. Don't feed your cat with inappropriate food. He fed his dogs and took them for a walk. Yes. Did you have your feet? No. In that case, yeah. Obviously, you can use feed for in the case of social media, no? Give me a second. I'm running out of battery. We're going to talk about this other word. Oh, this other meaning of feed. When we're talking about digital information, we can say feed information. Feed information into a computer, for example, into a program. Okay, so what does feed information mean in this context? We're talking about, in this case, try to um, give information to a computer or to a system or to a program so they have enough information to deal with. Okay, maybe because this is a big, like in the case, for example, of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence needs to have a big amounts of or large amounts of information. So every time that you, in this case, put information in the database, you are feeding information. Okay, you are feeding information. Okay, feeder. This is the first time that I heard something like that. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, but in this case, you can feed information. Okay, you have to give information to a program, to a computer, to an artificial intelligence. So the more information that it receives, the better work it can do. It can do. For example, There are some artificial intelligences that can imitate voices. Obviously, if you, but first, you need to feed information. For example, if you want to imitate your voice, if you give, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, okay, 30 seconds of audio of your voice, that information is like very low. And the result is going to be very good. Okay, it isn't going to be very good. But if you feed, I don't know, like 2 hours of information of your voice, 2 hours of, in this case, of an audio of your voice, then the artificial intelligence have more information. Now it can imitate your voice in a more accurate way. So yes, artificial intelligences now are very powerful if you can fit them with correct information. Okay, if you fit them with the correct information. That's why at the beginning, the artificial intelligences were very, they present, for example, videos or images that were very bad. You watch the results and they were very bad. But after 2 years or 3 years of feeding all these AIs with information, now you can watch a video and sometimes people can't distinguish. They can find the difference between a real video, a real and an artificial video. Why? Because now AIs have more information. Okay, so when you put information in a program or in a system, you are feeding it with information. Okay, sorry, I'm really passionate about these topics. I don't want to get you bored with this kind of talking. I am the feeder, and AI imitate my voice sound to reproduce. Yes, very good. Wilson, hello, how are you doing? Okay, very good, very good. And also we have here feedback. Remember feedback. Feedback. What is this in this case, guys? You need to give feedback. Feedback is like information that you receive in return. Okay, in return. You give a presentation and somebody tells you, hey, your presentation was very good, but here are some observations that you can, in this case, consider for your next presentation. In that case, those observations, okay, maybe the good points and the negative points are your feedback. Yes, are your feedback. You receive information in return to what you did, okay, before. Yes, very good. Let's start with the following sentence, guys. Okay, let's see. Can you feed the baby while I cook? Can you feed the baby while I cook? How can I improve my vocabulary? Guys, listen and write, okay? Can you feed the baby while I cook? I study a lot of vocabulary, lists of out of context, only memorize. Okay, Antonella, maybe your problem in this case is try to look for situations where you can speak. That's the only way that you will start using all that information. And maybe you can go to language exchanges. Maybe you can look for artificial intelligences that can help you to um, practice your speaking abilities. It's very important. It's very, very important. Antonella, thank you very much. Okay. But you need to look for you need to look for opportunities. Okay. It's like when you're saying, hey, I know how to exercise correctly, but you never go to the gym. You have the information, but if you don't go to the gym, maybe your body isn't going to be in good shape. You have the information, but you aren't using it. Okay, that in this case is the thing. Okay, can you feed the baby while I cook? Listen, guys, and write it down. Okay, you're very good. You should be a teacher. Yeah, I'm a teacher. Okay, Alexander. Thank you very much, Inesta. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. Yes, I think that your taps and your shares, everything helps. And your gifts too, because they help me to eat also. Okay, Elena, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Kenya, very good. Very good. Good job. Let's write it down. Here. Okay, the question is, can you, like, can you feed the baby? Can you feed the baby while I cook? Okay, so maybe is your mom telling you, hey, could you feed your sister? Could you feed your son, your brother, right? Your baby brother, your baby sister, while I cook? Yes, very good. Let's continue with the following words. Okay, we are going to talk about here about feel. What does feel mean, guys? Okay, thank you very much for that, for those gifts, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. The teacher can eat now. Yes, you're helping the teacher eat. Okay, have something to eat. Well, guys, um, guys, if you are an intermediate or an advanced student, try to explain that in English. I know that you know the translation, but maybe if you want to challenge yourself, try to explain that in English. Okay, so how could you explain what to feel means? For example, feel is to experiment an emotion because of a situation, because of a certain situation or a certain context, or in a certain context. In that case, we can say that you're feeling something. You are experiencing an emotion, a feeling. Okay, so that is the meaning of it. What is the simple past and the past participle, guys? We're going to continue with this. For example, we have here feel, felt, felt. Okay, we have the simple past and the past participle. Feel, felt, felt. Okay, guys, write some sentences using these words. Okay, try to write sentences using these words. Now, I'm going to give you some examples here. Every time that you, in this case, you can say feel, we can say, we can use here an adjective. Okay, an adjective. So you can say, I feel tired. Okay, let's write it down. I feel tired. I feel I feel happy. I feel hungry. In that case, you can use feel to express a temporary feeling or emotion. Okay, so maybe you can say, I feel happy. This is different from I'm happy. Okay, when you say I'm happy, you're expressing that this is something that I'm happy with my life. You are expressing here that this is a permanent situation. Okay, I am happy with my life is something that is permanent. But if I say I feel happy, hey, I feel happy for you. Oh, you had a great birthday. Okay, or I feel happy for you because of your graduation or because you finished your career. I feel happy for you. In this case, we're talking about a temporary feeling or temporary emotion. Okay, so that is like the difference between that. Okay, I feel happy and I'm happy. Not maybe you can also say, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of speaking English." But you can say, I feel tired. So this is like the difference between something that is permanent or something that has like and something that is in this case temporarily. Okay, great guys, great, great. Let's continue with some other things. If I say, for example, feel like, oh, sorry. If I say, for example, feel like, okay, I feel like doing something. Okay, doing something. Okay, feel like it's like at this moment I want to do something. For example, I feel like I feel like eating. I feel like eating out. Or I feel like eating a pizza. Okay, let's write here eating a pizza. I feel like in this case at this moment I want to do something. Okay? I feel like um maybe going to the gym. Okay, I feel like having breakfast now. I'm really hungry. I feel like eating Chinese food. Okay, especially in the case of girls, right? In the case of girls, sometimes we say, "Hey, do you want to have Chinese food? No. Do you want to go? Do you want to have a hamburger? No. Do you want to? I don't know. Do you want to have seafood? No. What do you want? I don't know. I feel like not eating anything. Okay. Sometimes girls are some a little complicated in some parts of the month. They don't want anything at some points. Okay, what else do we have here? Yes, I feel like, guys, remember, feel like, and then we use ing. Okay, remember, we use ing. I feel like going downtown. I feel like going dancing. I want to go dancing. I feel like it's like something that at this moment want a lot. Okay, we can use that too. Okay, is there anything else? Let me check. Um, okay, you can also say I feel better. Yes, I feel better too. Here, huh? Feel better. I feel better. Okay, let's see. Let's check your sentences, guys. Welcome everyone that is here in the class. Remember, guys, to keep in this case tiki tiki on the screen, guys. Tiki tiki on the screen, and share the live, please. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Okay, don't hurt my feelings because I'm very sensitive. Okay. The feeling you have for your children is unique. Okay, it's unique. I have felt tired all day. I have been. Maybe you can say I have been feeling tired. Your presence makes me feel less alone. Oh, that's a very good one. I'm gonna write it down. Okay. We can say here, make someone feel. Okay. Make someone Make, I don't know, make someone feel. And then you write here an adjective also, an adjective. You make me feel alive, or you make me feel strong. Yes, you can say that. Maybe you can say English makes me feel stressed. Okay, we can use here like listening to music makes me feel relaxed. Okay, so you can use this. Okay, make someone feel. Make someone feel. Okay, or maybe you can say like um the beach makes me feel happy. Make someone feel. Okay, other person is in this case influence you. Your presence make me feel less alone. Yes, I always feel good when I go to the gym. Very good. I feel a little bit depressed about what is happening in my life. I feel about you. You are my son? Okay, Anna, hello. How are you doing? Feel like eating. I feel like eating tacos. Chocolate. I feel like eating a pizza, a piece of chocolate. Feel like being able to do that. But I don't know. That's very general. I feel like going. Remember, guys, that if you're using feel like and here you're using a verb, use the ing, okay? I feel like eating. I feel like going swimming. I feel like I feel I have to get some rest tonight. Yeah, but in that case, yes, yeah, you can see that. I feel like drinking a soda. Great. I feel happy. I feel happy, Mima. I feel happy to listen your class. Yes, very good. I feel like speaking English. I feel like speaking English is difficult. Okay. I feel like doing it. Yes, very good, guys. Very good. Let's write it. Let's write down the following sentence. Okay. Do you feel like going for a walk? Listen and write. Do you feel like going for a walk? I don't feel well today. Okay, Kenya, very good. Okay. Do you feel like going for a walk? Listen and write, guys. Do you feel like going for a walk? Okay, guys, remember that we need to reach, in this case, 25Ks. Okay, please keep tapping on the screen. Okay, do you feel like going for a walk? This is a very nice invitation, right? Try to copy this also, please. Okay, let's write it. Let's write it down. Okay. Do you feel like Do you feel like going? Remember, okay, every time that we use feel like, we need to use the ing. Do you feel like going for going for a walk? Okay, going for a walk. Okay, that's in this case the invitation. Fora, we connect these two words. Okay, fora. And do you? You could say do you, okay? Do you? That is like the complete pronunciation. But sometimes, in this case, in everyday conversations, we say do you. Like, do you go? Do you go? Or do you go? Do you feel? Do you feel? Well, obviously, in the case of if you have an American accent, yes, you will find or you will listen to that kind of pronunciation. Okay, hey, you do feel like do you feel do you feel like going out? Do you feel like going for a walk? Yes, perfect. Let's continue. But I'm an introvert person and the weather is not good. Okay. Great. Let's continue, guys, with the following sentence. we are going to talk about, oh, the following word or the following verb is feel. Now, what does feel mean? In this case, feel is to, in this case, to, if we have for example, a bottle, it's very common that we fill the bottle with water. Okay, we fill the bottle with water. If you have, for example, um, maybe an exam, no, if you have an exam, you have some spaces or some blanks. In that case, you fill in the blanks. Okay, it's like something that we have a blank there or a space there, and you fill it. Okay, you fill it, fill it. Okay, so let's start in this case checking some of the forms it has. What is the simple past and the past participle of feel, guys? Oh, sorry. Simple past. This is a regular verb. Field, field. Past participle, field, too. Okay, you can use both. Now, what is the difference in the pronunciation of the pronunciation of feel and feel? They are very, very similar. Is there any difference? What do you think? Feel, 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 feel. Is there any difference in the pronunciation? What do you think? It's the pronunciation is similar. It's like 95% similar. Okay, 95% similar. Now, the only difference is that feel has a long vowel. Okay, it has a long vowel. We say feel, feel. In the other case, the second one has a short vowel, feel. Again, long vowel, feel, short vowel, feel. Feel, long, feel, short. Okay, that is the only difference. That is the only difference. Okay, write, guys, some sentences using, in this case, feel, feel, and feel. For example, we can say, fill a bottle. Okay, fill a bottle. What else can we fill? Fill a glass. Maybe you can say, hey, yes, can I refill? Okay, refill your glass. Okay, you can, or maybe fill a bottle that is empty. Okay, if a bottle is empty, you can fill it with water, with soda. If your glass is empty, you can fill it with wine. Okay, or you can fill it with beer. I don't know. I don't know. You can use it for different things. Okay, fill a bottle, fill a glass. Okay, what else we can say? Fill in a blank. Okay, fill in a blank. So, for example, if you have an exam, the first blank that you have is your names and the date, right? So if you have an exam, you have to make sure that you are filling in your name, okay, and the date. Maybe your classroom also, your date, and also your name and last name, okay? Your full name. You have to fill in the blanks. Okay, you can fill in a blank there. Like for example, here no, we have here. Let's write it down. Here we can put name. So You have to fill in a blank. Okay, you have to fill in it. Now, other we have here, fill out a form. What is this? Fill out a form. Imagine you want to present a document. So this is this is very stressful about paperwork. But every time that you want to present a document, maybe they ask you to fill out a form to complete a form. Maybe you have to put your name, your address. I don't know why you are presenting this document. So, like, you have different things or personal information that you need to complete here. If you are going to the hospital, yes, you need to fill out some forms. No? Yeah, you need to include that. Hey, do you have a diabetes? Do you have asthma? Okay, you have to complete all that forms so they can know you. Okay, so in that case, you can say fill out. Okay, fill out a form. Something in the case of education, also, this is very important. If you want to go to a new university, you need to fill out some forms. You need to complete them. Okay. You have to put there all your personal information. Okay. What else, guys? Let me check what we have here. Okay. To make something full. Okay, very good. Pronunciation of feel and feel. Okay, as I told you, this is a long vowel, feel, short vowel, feel. Can you fill the glass with milk? Yes, I fill my shoes. I need to fill out this form before the appointment. Very good. What does it mean? What word, Reynosa? Which word? Fill the bowl with water. Yes, very good, Elena. Nessa, fill a bottle with water before going hiking. Perfect. Passes, good afternoon. How are you doing? I need to fill the water drum because the company will cut the water supply. Yes, great. Fill in a blank. Perfect. Okay. You didn't, maybe you say, you didn't fill out the form for your exam. Fill out is like to complete. Exactly. Very good. Fill out the form. Okay, can you feed your baby? Yes. Okay, I'm full. Great. Very good, guys. Let's continue with the dictation. Um, dun, 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 dun. Okay. He filled the glass with wine. Listen and write. He filled the glass with wine. He filled the glass with wine. Okay, Kenya, very good. Very good. He filled the glass with wine. Okay. What is the most difficult word to pronounce? For me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is there any word that would be like very? I think that there will be a word that is very difficult. Maybe if it's a very long word, but for me, maybe the combination of some words are a little difficult. Yes, but one word that would be a little difficult. Right now, I'm not sure. Some words that maybe people have some problems here is this one. How would you pronounce this word, guys? He filled the glass with wine. Yes, very good. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing, guys. Let's write it down, okay? What? How would you pronounce this word, guys? Dun, 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 dun. He filled. He filled the glass with wine. I had a lot of difficulties, a lot of my first years, every time that I find this word. Okay, how would you pronounce it? Timetable. Timetable is it? It's easy. Level. Maybe basic. Between basic and intermediate. Okay. Is there anyone who can fill my glass with wine tonight? Yes, that's a very interesting invitation. Okay. This word is schedule. 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 Okay. We have a letter K here. Schedule. 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 Well, the pronunciation isn't very complicated, but it is difficult to, in this case, to connect the writing, the spelling with the pronunciation. At the beginning, it was very difficult for me. Okay, schedule. And in the case of British English, they pronounce this word different. In this case, schedule, 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 schedule. Please show me your schedule. I want to check your schedule, schedule, schedule. Yes, the pronunciation is very different. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. Please, could you check your schedule? Yeah, British English is very nice. I really like it, but I'm not used to speak English using British accents. Next one, we have here finish, guys. What does finish mean? Okay, then you feel like sleeping? Yes, maybe. What time is um there? What time is there? Okay, I don't feel sleepy. Okay, schedule, yes, schedule or schedule. Finish. Oh, I know Italian. Yes. Tralalero, tralala. Very funny. Okay, guys, let's continue with this finish to complete something, okay? Finish your homework, to complete your homework. What is the simple past and the past participle of finish? In this case, is letter E, letters ED, okay? Finished, finished, and finished here. There's a lot of people that are learning Italian because of that, of those characters. Yes. Okay, so we have here finish, finished, finished. Letter T here, okay? Finished, finished. Great. Very good. Okay, guys, give me some sentences using finish. I think finish is very easy, okay? Finish a project, finish a task, finish your homework. But when you're talking about an activity, in that case, we use the word, okay, plus ing, plus ing. Finish, I finished eating. Okay, I finished eating. Okay, I finally finished cleaning. Again, you need to use here ing. Finish cleaning. I finally finished speaking. I finally finished speaking. Okay. And I see, yes, I am a private teacher. So if you want to have or get more information, go to the link on my profile. First option. Group classes. Option number two, personalized classes. Or you can send me a text, a direct text here. There is an option there, an icon, where you can send me a direct message. An EM. Yes. Schedule. Okay. Let's see. Finish my work. Yes, that's right. You can check my profile. I finished my homework before the teacher arrived. Okay, very good sentence. Don't finish your stream, your live stream, teacher. The class haven't finished yet. The class haven't finished yet. Guys, why are you closing your notebooks that or your books? The class haven't finished yet. What time is yeah, I suppose in the case of Sky it would be like 11 11 or 10 p.m. I finished reading a very interesting novel yesterday. Very good. I finally finished speaking English. It's my dream. Okay. We finished the project today. Yeah, very good. Very good, guys. Very good. So every time that you want to use finish with a verb, please use ing. Okay. I've finished working. I finally finished working. I finally finished studying. Okay. Every time that you want to indicate, or if you want to use an action, try to use ing. Okay. Dictation. Dictation. We have the following word. Mm, let me finish what I was saying. Let me finish what I was saying. Okay. Let me finish what I was saying. Fair, hello. How are you doing? We will finish the house in 2 months. Okay. Patty, hello. How are you doing? Um, I finally finished my first project. Okay, my first project. Great. Let me finish what I was saying. Listen. All right, guys. Let me finish what I was saying. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds. Let me finish what I was saying. Try to practice that sentence aloud, guys. Okay, let me finish what I was saying. Okay, we are 24K, guys. I need you to keep tapping on the screen. We need to reach 40K, okay? 40K. I would like you to help me with this, okay? 40K of likes and 40 shares, please, okay? 40K tap taps and 40K or 40 shares. Okay, very good, guys. Very good. Let's complete the following sentence. Okay, here. Let me finish. There are some people that likes to interrupt others when they're speaking, right? I don't like when when people do that. Let me finish. Okay, let me finish what I was saying. What I. You can use that kind of pronunciation. Okay, what I. Let me finish what I was saying. I was. Let me finish what I was saying. Okay, very good. Allow me, allow me, give me permission to complete what I was saying. Okay, great. Let's continue now with the next verb. Okay, let's do some squats. Okay, um, we're going to continue with fixed, fix, fix. What does fix mean, guys? Fix in this case is or refers to repair something. repair something. To fix something is to repair it. Okay, to repair it. Well, you can say fix a computer, fix a cell phone, fix your car, fix maybe something in your house. You can use that in this case, okay? Fix. Now, there are other expressions that we can use in this part, okay? Fix, in this case, is to repair something, to repair something. But you can use, or we can use other expressions too. Well, we need to complete this first, okay? We're going to talk about simple past, fixed, fixed, and past participle fixed too. Okay, so we have fixed, fixed, fixed. Guys, what do you think? Okay, this is an exception. For example, fix your hair. What does it mean? You need to fix your hair. What? Imagine your hair is messed up, okay? And you want to take a picture. What people always do every time that they want to take a picture is to fix your hair. Huh? Oh, picture here, and you say, "Oh, wait a moment, I need to fix my hair," no? And then you start like doing this. You are fixing your hair. Okay, that is a very common explanation of fix. Okay, the barber fix your hair. No, this is something that we do with our hands. Maybe with our hands, or maybe with a comb. Oh, my hair is messed up because of the wind. Imagine the wind is blowing. I need to fix my hair. Okay, you can say that, no? No, it isn't. It isn't a haircut. No, this is not this is not a haircut. Okay, no, this is not a haircut. Get a haircut is something different. This is no, no. Fix your hair is just to look at you on the mirror and say, "Oh, my hair is a disaster right now." No, so you just put you use your hands or you use a comb to fix your hair. Okay, that is the difference. That is the difference. Yes, to look better. Yes, for a picture, for example. Exactly. Exactly. Very good. Now, what else? For example, we can talk about fix a date. Fix a date. Fix a date. What is this? We can say, for example, this if we are talking about a meeting or a ceremony or a wedding. In this case, is to agree on a date. Okay, so maybe we can say um, now that you accepted my proposal, okay, we need to fix a date. We need to choose a date. Okay, this is very common in the case of or when you're rescheduling things, no? Like we say to the dentist, for example. I need to have an appointment with you. I'm calling because I want to fix a date. I have a problem with my teeth. I'm calling because I need to or I want to fix a date with you. No? I want to schedule an appointment. I want to book an appointment. When can we fix the date? In that case, you can use this word. Okay, this word. Now in the case of we need to pick up we need to choose a date, we need to agree on a date, or we need to fix a date. Okay? And the last one, I'm going to help you with one more. What does fix a leak mean? Fix a leak. Okay, this is more related to water, right? We have maybe some as a tube system in our houses, and we need to repair maybe a part that is leaking. The water is leaking there. In that case, we can use the word fix a leak. Who is an specialist in this? Well, I think the plumber, no? You can call a plumber to fix a leak. Mario Bros is a plumber. Okay, in this case, one of the main mm, responsibilities of a plumber is to fix leaks. Yes, very good. Yes. Yeah, in this case, we're talking about water. Yes, I'm not sure if there would be like other uses for something different, but yes. For example, in the case of leak, when we're talking about leaks, we can talk about, for example, private information. So if you can say, oh, there is a leak of information, there is an information leak. We're talking about that some information should be in this case private. Okay, it could be confidential, but if someone is leaking information, refers that someone is sharing that information with other people, but in an authorized, oh my god, I just that's a difficult word. Authorize, okay, with no authorization, okay. In that case, that would be like an information leak. Okay, now, but in the case of fix a leak is something literal. You call a plumber to fix a leak. Okay, that is something different. Okay, guys, very good. Sentence for dictation. Okay, listen and write to the following sentence. Okay, we finally fixed a date for the meeting. We finally fixed a date for a meeting. We finally fixed the date for a meeting. For the meeting, sorry. Okay, what did you wrote to the weather for big? Yes. I'm going to fix my hair for, in this case, for the picture. Remember, fix your hair refers to, in this case, in this case, to organized. How's the name of this? Okay, but it is always for pictures. Or if your hair is messed up, and it's like, oh my god, it's a disaster. You fix your hair with your hands or with a comb. So repair and fix is the same, has something or has something changed. No, both of them are very similar. Repair and fix. Obviously, we can say, for example, fix your hair, but we can say, for example, repair your hair. Or we can say fix a date, but we can say repair a date. That is like the only difference in some contexts. Okay, we could use fix and repair is literally in fixing something. We finally fixed the date for the meeting. Okay, very good. Okay, Mario Bros. Yes, Mario Bros. Is a plumber. I need to fix it my computer because I need to make a presentation on PowerPoint. Yes, I need to make a PowerPoint presentation. Or you can say that too. My car broke down and I need to have it fixed. Oh, yeah, that's a good sentence, Nessa. Great. Or get it fixed. Oh, thank you very much, Cloud. Thank you for those. Gifts. Guys, please help me with the gifts, okay? So the teacher can have something to eat. Okay, thank you very much for your gifts. Okay, let's start in this case with the following sentence here, okay? We finally fixed a date for the meeting. Remember, this indicates that you chose or you agree on a date, okay, for the meeting. Okay, we'll have the meeting on Saturday. We'll have the meeting next month, uh, June 12th, for example. Okay, let's continue, guys. Next sentence. Okay, more squats, more squats. Oh my God. Let's continue with fly. Guys, what does fly mean? What does fly mean? Fly. What does it mean? Okay. When we're talking about flight, it's the action of, on this case, to elevating yourself with the wings in most of the cases. Uh, like move through the air, move through the air using wings or some other aids to do it. Okay, that in this case is to fly. Okay, to fly. Now, what is the past participle and the simple past of fly? Be in the sky. Yes, that's a good one. By wind. Okay, you can use that too. Okay, so what is the simple past and the past participle, guys? Simple past and past participle. Okay, we have fly, flew. Very good. Flew. We have here flew. And then we have here flown. Teacher, how do you know what is the correct form of irregular verbs? It's the only, guys, the only way to identify an irregular verb is to study a list of irregular verbs and memorization. That is the only way. There isn't a trick to identify an irregular verb. Just memorize. Download any irregular verbs list and study it a lot. Okay, study it a lot. Okay, that's the only way. That's the only way. Fly, flew, flown. Fly, flew, flown. Guys, write some sentences using fly. For example, we can say birds can fly, right? Birds can fly. We can say in the other case, bats can fly. Insects, there are some insects that can fly. Very good. Now, we can say also that we can make something fly. For example, look at this. Fly a plane or fly an airplane. Let's try fly an airplane. What is this? Fly an airplane. If you are a pilot, okay, if you are a pilot, you are capable of flying an airplane. Yes, right? I want to be a pilot because I want to fly an airplane. I want to fly a plane. Now, we can also say, for example, here, fly a kite. What am I saying here? Fly a kite. Well, this is very common in spring, right? Have you ever flown a kite, guys? Kites are something like this, no? Well, this is a very basic kite, okay? And they have a tail, no? Like a long tail. Then in this case, they were tied up to a thread, and you were like the guy here. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh my God. This is to fly the kite. Yes, in the case of kids, we usually help or take our kids to fly kites. You can say that too. Okay, very good. Very small person. Yes, that's right. Okay, what else? What else? We can say fly to. Okay, we'll say fly to. Fly to. Tonight, I'm flying to Madrid. I'm flying to the United States. I'm flying to Europe. I'm flying to Australia. In this case, we can use this for direction. Okay, you always move to a different place by airplane. Okay, let's check your sentences, guys. Let's check your sentences there. There are a lot of flies during the rainy season. No, but flies are different. I'm looking forward to my hometown, Irina. To fly to my hometown. Okay, flown, yeah, with letter O. You're true. It's true. The extremidad. It's true. Some insects can fly, yes. Parachuting. Yeah, but in the case of parachuting, yeah, there is another word that we can use for that, but that is not fly. Planes can fly. I lost my flight. No, but in this case, when you're talking about I lost my flight, you need to use this. This is the word. Okay, my flight. I lost my flight because it was late. I arrived late to the airport. Be a pilot plane. When I was a kid, I used to fly a kite. Huh? I like I like to fly in Aeromexico. Okay, I like to fly or I like flying in Aeromexico. Okay. From Mexico to New York. Chichiwa and RD. Okay, that's really cool. Have you ever flown? Have you ever flown on an helicopter or by helicopter? Have you ever flown by helicopter? Uh, the children like to fly kites. Children like to fly kites. Plural. Children like to fly kites. Fly to Chile. Yes, very good. Fly to Dubai. Ooh, that would be great. He didn't have a safe had or have a safe flight. Yes, very good. She flies from Madrid to Argentina. Yes, to Argentina. Great, hello. I'm flying to Chile. I'm flying to Chile. I like to fly to Europe. I feel like flying a kite. Okay, lady, very good. Very good sentence. We are flying to Canada. Reynosa, we are or we're flying to Canada. Malu, I live in Brazil, Malu. I live. We don't use where to be there. I live in Brazil. That's great. Where exactly? But it will be next month. Okay. I have to fly to London in February. Okay. Very good, guys. Very good. I like your sentences there. Let's continue with the last part. Okay. But let me check. Okay. We're gonna reach to 40K. Perfect. I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. Guys, before we finish with the last sentence, remember, that if you want to improve your English, or if you want to study English with me, remember that I have group classes and personalized classes. Okay. If you want to get more information about these type of classes, you have to go to the link of my profile. In this case, option number one, group classes. Option number two, personalized classes. Or you can send me a direct message here. Over here, there is an icon, a bubble conversation icon, and you can send me a direct message if you want more information about the classes too. Okay, remember also that this class and the previous classes were recorded. You will find the repetition of the classes on my YouTube channel. Okay, you can go there and you will find the rest of the information there. Okay, in this case, verse number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. All the repetitions of the classes are in my YouTube channel. The name of the channel is the same. In this case, Teacher en Línea. Okay. Okay. Very good. Cesar, what part don't you understand? Let's finish with the last part, guys. Let's finish with the last part. Last sentence. Okay. I learned how to draw a. Oh, sorry. I learned how to fly a drone. I learned how to drive a drone. I learned how to drive or fly a drone. I learned how to fly a drone. Oh my God, I'm terrible at this sentence. One more time. I learned how to fly a drone. I learned how to fly a drone. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support, guys. And please don't forget to help me with the gifts too. Okay. Thank you very much, Nessa. Thank you very much. You always help me with the gifts every class. Jesus, thank you very much for the rose too, and Anna, thank you very much also for your hearts. It helps a lot. Okay. So please, guys, if you can help me, just send me a heart. Just send me a gift. It helps a lot. Okay. And it lets the teacher have something to eat. Okay, so the teacher can gain weight. I learned how to fly a drone. Okay, very good. Let's write the following sentence, guys. Let's write the following sentence. In this case, we have here, I learned. Remember that we mentioned that there are two ways. Okay, number one, learn, ed, or British English, I learned. These are two different things. I learned how to fly a drone. Oh, this is very common. I would like to buy a drone, guys. Yes, the pronunciation or the original word is drone with letter E at the end. Yes, that in this case is the last sentence. Okay, guys. Yes, blue heart, please. Okay, Lucia. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you very much for being here. It's a miracle. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lucia. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to finish. Well, you arrived very at the moment. We're about to finish. Thank you very much for being here. Remember to check in this case, the class repetition. Okay. Okay, guys, that will be all that we're gonna do for today. So thank you very much for being here. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to take a screenshot of the today's class. Remember to send the screenshot to the WhatsApp group. Okay, remember to send the screenshot to the WhatsApp group so your partners, your classmates can see what we've done today. Okay. Well, I'm going to say in this case goodbye here. Okay. Bye bye guys. Nice to have you here.